Hey people, hey people, let's take you on a tour. Let's take you on a magical tour of my parents' garden. And here we have, this is called a cordon of apples. This is a business idea I had at one point, which is called fruitful fences, which is we come to someone's house and instead of a fence like that, we put up a fence like this. We put up an entire fence of fruit trees. Now, granted, it doesn't really cover like that fence, so people can see through. However, we could then put other fruits and things up in the middle. We could have beans, we could have all sorts of things up here to kind of cover it. It'd be a really cool mesh of apples, and this is 8 different varieties of apple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I was right. Scottish varieties. Technically apples all come from China or Kazakhstan, but different Scottish varieties. And you can see these won't be ready till September. It takes a while for things to grow in Scotland, so they don't get ready in the summer. There you go, so 8 apple trees. Over here is a, I don't know, vegetable patch that's not being used. This is probably my dad, I don't know, that's probably potatoes. My dad grows potatoes. These are probably potatoes. My dad grows potatoes. These are extremely poisonous, toxic, cooked food things. We don't have an interest in. Gooseberries. These actually are very tasty. Let's try one. This is called a gooseberry. It's like a northern grape. Checking it. Quite good. Quite good. We'll let it keep going for a while. Oh, plums. The mangoes of the north. And quite a lot of plums here. This is all going to fall apart. This is not good. This is not strong. We need to do something here so these plums don't. This is their life source right here. They're going to die. More plums, more plums, more plums. These are trees that I planted. Maybe my dad, probably my dad helped in a big way, but this is probably more potatoes, I'm going to guess. There might be some cucumbers or something in here, or courgettes, maybe not. I don't know what that is, but I'm guessing it's more potatoes. These are a variety of apple called Discovery. This is one of the best apples to grow in the UK. It's called Discovery. In about July, you'll probably start to get Discovery apples in the shops, grown in the UK, and they are red on the inside, or not red on the inside entirely, but they have a blush and they have a very distinctive, delicious taste. Discovery. What a beautiful tree. Some chickens. I think my dad probably eats the eggs from these chickens. My mum doesn't really anymore. She's vegan mostly. And there used to be 3. One of them was attacked and eaten by a fox, I think. And they roam around the garden all day, and this is their night time, their little snack of rice, and then they'll go into their little pink hut and they'll sleep. So they seem to have quite a good life, hopefully. And that's it. But you can see you can get a lot of stuff grown in quite a small space, and I'll tell you the amount of effort I put into these apple trees and these fruit trees. The amount of time that I put into these trees, 0. I put 0 time into these trees and these trees. Maybe this has been trimmed. This one will probably need to be trimmed at some point. But it's a dwarf tree. Tips on trees. Don't grow fruit from seed. Rookie mistake. That people who claim to be the great experts, they're still idiot. No, I don't want to say it. It's not an idiot mistake. It's a rookie mistake. Buy trees. Do not plant from seed. You're not going to create the great new variety. In order to do that, you have to play the lottery. You have to have a lot of land and plant a lot of seeds and have a lot of time. The farmers of the past have played that game and provided us with the great varieties, the discoveries, and so on. And these ones that have different names that I can't remember. The Victoria Plums. Don't plant from seed. You're wasting time. Buy a tree. Go to a fruit tree specialist and say what is good in my climate, my place, my type of soil, whatever. And then what you do, you have a spade, you make a hole, you put the tree in the hole, you cover the hole, you leave the tree, and that's it. And I know these people around the world who are struggling to grow fruit trees, who are in these tropical climates, who are like, oh, the soil's degraded. No, you're trying to, for some weird reason, grow fruit in really infertile, weird places from seed. You don't do that. You grow it from trees. You plant trees. So that's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. and when like, yeah, maybe you've got some emotional thing about, well, I ate this fruit and now I'm going to plant the seed. The seed is different to the fruit. You know, you might like me. You don't necessarily like my children. It's a different thing. My child is mixed with another person. Maybe that's a bad person. You know, that child might come out all bad. So you want another Ronnie, you get a clone of Ronnie. You get the whole Ronnie. You don't want half a Ronnie, you want the whole thing. So the same with fruit trees, you want the whole thing. So don't go, this is easy, this is the easiest thing you can do. And this thing right here is as easy as you plant the tree at an angle and then you tie it. And then it acts like a branch. Look how that's like a branch still, whereas that's like a tree. It's because you put it at an angle and the tree goes, ah, I'm a branch, therefore I act like a branch. And it doesn't turn into a tree. It doesn't like try and force its way up into a tree. It stays kind of like a branch. Maybe. Anyway, that's a little tour into the life of a garden, and you can do this. It's quite easy, and there'll be a whole bunch of apples. Probably maybe too many. Who knows? But there's still a lot of space here. This could all be making food. My dad's not really into that, and probably my mum isn't either. But this could be strawberries and blueberries and raspberries and it could be, I don't know if you've ever watched some of the amazing videos on YouTube of forest gardens. Oh my god, forest gardens in the UK, in places that aren't in Canada, and places that aren't like tropical paradises, and there's people with gardens full of food, and it's a beautiful thing. And there's permaculture, and it's okay, right? But you don't have to be really sophisticated about it. Grow some trees. Permaculture is like a whole system of like, yeah, we have a tree, and then we have this, and we have that, and then we have some fish, and then we have some chickens, and then everything comes together. Like, it doesn't need to be so complex. And you just put some trees down, and then you've got food. Like, and if you grow from a tree, you've got food after a couple of years. If you grow from seed, it might never be any good. So word to the wise. Anyway, hope you're all good. And I'm surviving. I'm getting through the day. I've got a bed to sleep in tonight, a ceiling above me, and a warm, dry blanket. So I've got to be happy about that. And I've got my health, so I've got to be happy about that. I've got some mangoes to eat. Oh my god, I just broke my mango thing. Oh my god, I didn't even realise I did that. That's literally the first non-mango thing that I've eaten for 118 days. That's crazy, I didn't even think about that. So, well, that's funny. Anyway, so yeah, we caught that on camera. That was a total accident. I was just lost in the moment there. Oh well. Good. Anyway, see you in another video. Thank you for joining. And it's a lot easier to grow fruit if you want than you think. I don't know what people are doing in other countries when they're like, my trees aren't growing, my fruit isn't growing, my blah 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 isn't growing, and The soil isn't right, and this isn't right, and I need to put this. I've never put any mulch. I've never put anything. Nothing. I've done nothing. Nothing for these trees. I do nothing for them. I don't put mulch. I don't do phosphorus, carbohydrates, whatever people do. I don't know. No pesticides. Nothing. People are like, I'm gonna mulch. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. It's like you just don't know what you're doing. Just put a tree down. Stop trying to grow things from seed in like crappy like mud in Venezuela or something. Whatever. Anyway, thanks for joining.